Hey guys, this is Matt for Creative, and today we're going to be taking a walk in Dumbo with the iconic skyline. We have this also, and we have that also. And of course, we're filming in ProRes. It is ProRes, right? Yeah, it is ProRes. So we're going to see exactly how all of this looks. Now, don't forget, this is at 4K 30 frames per second. And as far as I can tell, there is no HDR with this. It's an SDR, a standard format, but it looks pretty HDR-y if you ask me. Let's just see how things look different. No, I mean, so far so good. Now, one thing I've noticed recently with the processing that Apple does is when you zoom into things, if you zoom in on a raw photo or ProRes, it starts looking really blocky, and that's something that I don't remember, really. And if you start zooming in on something that's super processed, there's a lot of artifacts that look very strange up close. So if you choose to zoom in on an image that you've taken before, well, it doesn't really look good. Now, if you digitally zoom in, it'll kind of create its own different kind of artifacts so that you can have a better image there. So technically, when you do digitally zoom in, it creates a different kind of set of artifacts, which does help the image in a different way. So if you really do want to zoom in at that time. Don't wait. So if I were to, let's say I just want to get closer, I'm going to use that 3 times. Of course, that's not a digital zoom, but I will digitally zoom here to 9. Now, technically, I should be getting a better image here. Now, I can only go to 9 on ProRes. I believe if I wanted to shoot regularly, I can go up to 15 times. Where am I? Where's the bridge? Oh, there's the bridge. Look how close we are. That's a pretty good image. All right, back to 3. Back to 1. And 0.5. Now, with the 0.5, we're going to be getting digital image stabilization. I believe also with the 3, we are getting a majority of digital stabilization. But if we go to the 1, we're getting that sensor shift. And it really is a beautiful day today. So it's great to be out here, great to be filming. And again, I don't edit any of the videos. Right now, they're just going to be out of camera. Because when I've tried to make edits, at least in the Photos app, the edits don't really seem to be too good, in my opinion. If I try to bring up the shadows, it's not really bringing up just the shadows, it's bringing up more of that image. And for me, that just doesn't look quite right. So hopefully when they do bring more professional editing, maybe to iMovie, maybe it'll be more like if you go into Visco or Photoshop, you can really edit a raw photograph. Hopefully we can do the same thing with this too, bringing everything kind of into the proper balance, where if you do, let's just say, want to bring the shadows or something, that will only do that. But right now, even though it is ProRes, it's not really just pinpointing those shadows and bringing them up as if I were to do the same on a raw image. Photograph, I mean. But of course, what do you guys think? Everything looked good so far? We're getting a lot of shadows and light, so this is probably gonna Probably be a good display about how this camera does. Let's see. We are on 3x right now, but it's not choosing the 3x lens because it doesn't think it's bright enough. I can see it's a digital zoom of 3. And of course, right now I'm just holding this with 2 hands, trying to be stable, but I'm walking normally. Let me just do the digital zoom here 3x, 9x, and we can get pretty close to the One World Trade Center. Back to 3, back to 1, and back to ultra wide. That's a pretty good zoom. And for me, I personally think that the super zooms with 30, and maybe even the Apple's 15, I mean, I don't consider them usable, but maybe you do. I like my image to be crisp, and you know, that's just what I go for. I don't really go for that vintage look. I go for a crisp, clean image. I know a lot of people actually are going for that vintage look. They're getting film cameras, they're getting Polaroids, they're getting filters over stuff like this just to make it look like it's older. They have the kind of like that VHS filter that goes over everything. Now for me personally, I want to film everything like this and maybe I'll put a filter over it, but I'm looking for the best quality out of the camera just right now. And if I want to degrade it, which I do call it a degradation, I will do that at a later time. Alright guys, this has been Matt for Creative. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget I'm on Instagram at M8B9. You can email me at matt8b9@gmail.com. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you want me to shoot anywhere else in ProRes or just regular, let me know too. Today is a beautiful day, and I think I almost went the entire time without getting a lens flare, except for right now. I'm getting that lens flare, but it's nothing like shooting at night where it does look terrible in my opinion. But that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.